Hi guys, it's Julie. Welcome back to my wonderful BC life. I'm back today to share another Dollar Tree haul with you, and also unfortunately some very sad news from within my family. Not too long ago I posted a video where Dave Richard and I flew out to Ontario to see my sister Colleen to surprise her. And Colleen, to give a little backstory, she smoked for many years, and then at one point she was having problems with bronchitis. So she quit smoking, and this was actually over 20 years ago. She quit smoking. And she came down about 4.5 years ago, I think it would be, with non-small cell lung cancer that had spread to her esophagus. They treated her with the chemotherapy, the radiation. She didn't get immunotherapy because she had an allergic reaction to that when they tried to give it to her. But nonetheless, her cancer went into remission and she was doing quite well. We honestly thought she had it beat because they usually say if you can go 5 years without it coming back, that you're considered cancer-free, even though technically the cancer was sort of still there. But anyway, about a year ago, a little over a year ago, she went to Cuba, which was her favorite place in the world. She and her husband Warren loved it in Cuba. They honestly did. And they hadn't been in a while because of the whole COVID thing, travel restrictions and such. So they were so pleased to go. Well, when they came back, they were both sick with pneumonia. And they were both put on antibiotics. He got better right away, but Colleen did not. And they kept wondering why she wasn't responding, and they started running more tests. And what the tests ended up showing was that now she had, although I assume that the other cancer was still there and not doing anything, I really don't know too much about what that story with that was. But now she was diagnosed with small cell lung cancer, which is much more aggressive, and it had spread to her liver. And at one point it spread to her brain and to her bones as well. It was spreading very fast. But nonetheless, Colleen was such a spirit. I'd be talking to her on the phone almost every day. We would talk. And she would sometimes, like for the first several months, she would still be okay enough that she would be cooking supper in the background with the phone on speakerphone, and she'd be making food up for their catering business. Sometimes she was singing on the other end of the phone, and I was amazed how well she was doing, or at least it seemed like it from where I was sitting. And just these last, I don't know, I'm going to say the last 2 or 3 months at the most, you started to notice that she wasn't running around doing other things when she was talking to you. She would just be on the phone talking, not, doing multitasking in the background. And anyway, we did see her at the family get-together at my sister's in Ontario. That was on August the 6th. And she just went downhill very quickly at that point after that. Very quickly. It's hard to explain the whole thing. I mean, it's just so tragic that, just so tragic what happened to her. And, the funniest thing about it all was that, and I'm going to do this because I have a feeling this phone will kick out on me. I had to refilm all of this. This was all filmed last week before the weekend. And my phone kept kicking out on me, and I figured out afterwards, because it wasn't telling me this, I figured out that the reason why it kept stopping was because the memory was full. But anyway, back to my story. Colleen had this premonition months and months ago. I don't even know, it could have been last year sometime. She said to me one day, she says, "What's August 29th? And I was like, "I don't know." She says, "Well, when's Pam's birthday?" That's my oldest sister. I said, "August the 6th. And she said, "Oh." She says, "I can't get the date of August the 29th out of my head." And I said, "I have no idea. I can't think of anything on August the 29th. And she said, I wonder if that's when I'm going to die. And you're like, I don't know. You don't really want to talk about it, to be honest. I mean, we all knew it was the reality that it was coming, but, you still don't really want to talk about it, to be honest. Well, anyway, August 29th came, and no, she didn't actually die on the 29th. But that was the day my sister Pam went over to her house. She had promised Colleen's husband Warren a peach pie. My sister Pam is famous for her wonderful pies that she makes. And on the 28th, Pam got busy and she made her peach pies up. And she said to her partner Al, she said, "Come on, Al, we're going down to see Colleen and we're taking Warren a peach pie." So they did. They hopped in the car. They drove down there. And when they were there, they were shocked to see that Colleen had gotten much, much worse. She had the breathing apparatus on in order for her to breathe. There were nurses there running around trying to care for her. And like I say, Pam was just in shock. I mean, Colleen could barely even speak, partially because she had the apparatus on her, but I don't think she was able to speak very well regardless. Anyway, that was August the 29th. And Colleen died at 3:45 a.m. on August the 30th, so not the exact date, but the nurses said to Pam when she was there that she was dying. So in some sort of a strange way, although it was off just slightly by a few hours' time, Colleen was dying on the date that she had this strange premonition about months and months before. I can't even tell you how long before it was, but I know it was several months. And she had mentioned it to me numerous times after that date. She just couldn't get that date out of her head. And anyway, she passed away at 3:45 a.m. on August the 30th. And anyways, I don't know what we're going to do without her, honestly. She has been such a rock for me these last few years since Mom died. She's been the one that I turn to for everything. And every day I would call her up, just about every day. There were maybe the odd day we wouldn't if we were busy, but most of the times I would talk to her on the phone. And at the end of every conversation, I would say, "I love you, C." And she would say, "I love you too." And, the one day when it came to right down to it, I didn't know it was going to be the last time that we spoke to each other and said our "I love yous." But anyway, she's now in heaven with my mom and my dad and my brother Dave. So I know she's in good hands. And someday, when my time comes, I'm sure I'm going to be with her too. I just know I will. But anyway, I think I'm going to gather myself together before I continue the video, because I don't think I can do it right now just like this. But anyway, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I got a tissue in case I start up again, but hopefully I'll be okay now. It comes in spurts. I'm sure we all know what that's like. Anyway, on to my Dollar Tree haul. The first thing I got, when we were on our trip, I noticed that, I don't take my power toothbrushes when we travel. I just take a manual one. And I noticed when we were on the trip that I had one toothbrush that was just in its original packaging, and that wasn't a very logical way to be transporting it. And then the other one was, it had one of those plastic caps that goes just on the brush part. And I thought, well, this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I thought I'm going to look for some toothbrush cases. So I found these at Dollar Tree. You get the 2 cases for $1.50. And I thought, well, Dave can use the blue one. I'll use the white one. That way we'll know whose is whose. And anyway, I got those. And the funny thing was, I was in Dollarama just this past weekend. and they are 25 cents cheaper at Dollarama. So if you're going to buy some, go to Dollarama. They are a bit cheaper, but I didn't know that until after the fact. So anyway, just letting you know that. Now, another thing I'm going to mention, seeing as we know, I was just crying. I had bought this mascara from Dollar Tree a while back. This one here is the Cosmic Colors Ultimate Length. I don't know if I can get that to zoom in. Anyway, that's what that looks like. And I also have the Cosmic Colors Extreme Curves. Now these two were both supposed to be waterproof. I never would have bought them if they weren't. Well, anyway, I've come to the conclusion that if you cry, or if you sweat, or God forbid you're out in rain, that these will just run right down your face. So if waterproof is something that matters to you, do not buy those. They're fine if you don't get wet in any way, but if you do get wet in any way, no, they're no good. So giving you a little heads up there not to purchase those. And another thing I got, this is for my drink station, just a little sign, fresh apple cider it says. I figure what I'm going to do, to just in case this decides to start lifting up at some point, I'll probably Mod Podge that, and that way it'll stay put where I want it to. After all, you do get, you know, humidity and stuff in the kitchen, when you, especially when you're cooking. So anyway, I got that for my drink station. And then this was kind of cute, I thought. It's also $1.50. I guess it's supposed to, I don't know if it's supposed to be a witch in a ghost uniform or a ghost in a witch uniform. I don't know. But it's got the little witchy hat, and there's the little ghosty's eyes. And you can see the witch's boots down here. They need a going over with my iron, I think. But anyway, I thought that was kind of cute. I'll hang that in the tree when it gets closer to Halloween time. And then I got this. It's one of the floral picks. And you can see what that looks like. It's got the pretty rose in there. And then it's got the sparkly black skull over here. I thought that was kind of cute. I don't know for sure where that's going yet, but I know I'll find a spot someplace. And I also got a little sign that says trick or treat. It's got the jack-o'-lantern on it, and it's got these little orange circles that have the sparkles on them that are kind of cute. So I got that just to hang up somewhere for the Halloween season. And right at this point, I think this is where I'm going to insert a short video of something else I bought that's kind of big for me to just film like this. So I will stop right here and insert that for you. Here's my home sign that I picked up at Dollar Tree. I liked the colors in it and the stacking pumpkins. And there's what it looks like up close. You can see it has the sparkly letters on it. And a few little other things like the sunflower and such. I thought it was quite cute, and I decided to get that. I think at this point I'm going to also insert a little video showing a little gift that Dave got for me. I had to go for a little procedure. Well, it was a 24-hour procedure technically. I don't know if any of you have had this done, but I've been having chronic heartburn, especially when I lay down. And I had to go for a procedure where they put something down into your stomach or down into your esophagus, and it has to stay there for 24 hours. And it was kind of uncomfortable, to be honest. It kind of really bothered me. So Dave knew that it was upsetting to me, and he decided to go out and get me a little something to make me feel better. So I'm going to show you in this little video clip what that sweet man of a husband of mine went and got me to cheer me up. I had to go to the hospital recently to have something put into my stomach and into my esophagus to sort of get an idea of why I've been having chronic heartburn, especially when I lay down. And so Dave kind of felt sorry for me, and he knew that I loved this gnome that was at Home Hardware. So he went and he bought it for me. What a sweet guy, I tell you. I don't know what I'd do without him, honestly. As you can see, he's got some bunnies in his pockets, and he's got the umbrella over his head. And that's kind of cute, you know, we have so much rain here in the fall winter months. So he's going to be my fall winter gnome, all dressed up in his little rain suit. So cute. I'm going to insert here a little clip of something that Dave saw when we were in Dollar Tree just recently. He had already bought 2 of them once before, earlier in the season, and then when he saw that they had other ones, he just had to have them. I don't know, it seems like a silly thing, but for some reason he thought they were cute, and so they sit outside on our patio table. But anyway, I'm going to insert a video of those right here. Here's Dave's little frog collection that he's got out on the front patio table. He had 2 of them that he picked up earlier in the season at Dollar Tree, and somehow when he was in there with me just recently, he noticed that there were different ones. Personally, I never would have noticed the difference, but he did, and he decided that he wanted them, so he got them. Okay, I'm back. I had to turn the fan on too. I'm just roasting for some reason. I don't know what it is with me. Ever since menopause, God help me, I cannot control my my inner thermometer one bit. It just has a mind of its own. Anyway, I got some other items that came up 2 different prices, so I don't know. I have a feeling that they were supposed to be $1.50, but 2 of them came up at $1.25, and only 1 came up at $1.50. Now, this one is the fruit punch, and it's the Mio water flavoring drops. And the fruit punch came up at $1.25. Then I got the strawberry watermelon, and it came up at $1.25. And I got the blueberry lemonade, and this one came up at $1.50. So I don't know why exactly they came up 2 different prices, but at least they didn't all come up at $1.50, so I guess I got a good deal there. Anyway, I also, I think right now I'm going to mention something. I don't know if anybody's mentioned it in their haul videos yet. I'm behind in watching my videos. Honestly, my focus just hasn't been where it needs to be. And once you get behind, it's really hard getting caught up, because I follow quite a few different people. And I find that if I get behind, I have to start skipping certain ones. Like if it's some shopping at a store that I don't have in my area, well, I'm behind, I better skip that one, you know. Stuff like that, you know. Just different things that I've had to skip lately, or I will never get caught up. But anyways, it's not that I really want to skip the videos, because I do enjoy them all. But anyway, what I wanted to mention was, I don't know, like I say, I don't know if anyone has mentioned this, but I have found now that in my Dollar Tree stores, everything is not $1.50 anymore. We now have items coming up that are ringing in at $1.75 and $2. They haven't gone full-fledged Dollar Tree Plus like down in the States yet, but some things have gone up as high as $2. Dave and I had gone to Wendy's for Frosties not long ago, and we've always thought that Frosties would be way better if they had like little candies that you could put in them, which of course they don't have. And so we went to Dollar Tree and picked up some Reese's Pieces to put in them. I didn't notice until afterwards that I paid $2 for the Reese's Pieces. And also, I picked up a little bag of nib, well, the regular size bag of nibs, same size bag that Dollarama carries. And I found that I paid $2 for the nibs as well. So you've got to watch it in there now. Dollar Tree does charge up to $2. I think a lot of things are still at $1.50 for the time being, but as time goes on, they're probably going to be raising more and more. So just giving everybody a heads up in regards to that. Okay, now the next items I got, I thought these were kind of cool. I'm going to use them for Halloween decor. They're the boxes that look like books. I don't know what you technically call them, but they look like a book. And it's Mastering Malevolence. I picked up this one. And there's what would be the side of the book. And then the back of the book. So I got one of those. And I got this one that's Crystal Magic. Magic with a K. Not sure why they spelt it that way, but they did. And there's the side of it. And there's the back of it. And like I say, when you look at it this way, you know, it looks like it's a book, but it's just, it's not like, I don't think you can open them. No, you can't open them. But they just look like cool, spooky books to put on a table or a shelf or something. And this one was Secrets of the Stars. And there's the sides to that one. And there's what the back looks like on that one. I thought those would look cool if I can find a good deal on something like a really neat candle holder, you know, like a spooky one. I think that would look really neat next to those on the mantelpiece. So we'll have to see if I can find one. Okay, and the last things on this haul are so cute, I couldn't pass them up. You know I have a weakness. Anybody who's been following me knows that I have a bit of a weakness these days for these things. As soon as I saw them, I knew I had to get them. Anyway, this one is the witch gnome. He's got the little witch hat with the lace around the top. And this one has green skin. You can see little green nose in the arms and the feet. And of course, the orangey colored beard. And then there was Frankenstein gnome. He's got kind of a crooked nose. I'm going to have to, my OCD will go nuts if that stays there. I'm going to have to take that off and put it over here just a little bit further off to the side. But there you can see what his, I don't know, I guess hat or head or whatever. I suppose it's a hat. Anyway, I thought he was so cute too. And then this one, I couldn't figure out whether this one was supposed to be another witch, but I've looked more carefully and I now know that it's actually supposed to be like a Dracula, because the hat makes you think witch. There it is. There's the hat that made me think it was a witch with the skull and crossbones on it. But he's got the cape on the back. And that made me think Dracula. And it wasn't until I looked more carefully that I realized he does have little fangs. So yes, he is a vampire. Oh gosh, I couldn't say no. You know me. If you know me at all, you know I couldn't say no. And then this one, I'm assuming is a mummy. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. I could not resist these. You know, you figure for $1.50 each. You know, they're cute. I can put them on the fireplace mantle or on one of my tables or something. So, like I say, I couldn't resist those. So now that I have refilmed this for the second time, and anyways, I still have to film my Dollarama haul video because I've got a whole bunch of stuff from there too. I hadn't been shopping in a while because of having gone to Ontario. Then when I came back, I was sick with COVID. So I didn't, you know, it wasn't that I was that sick, but you don't want to go spreading it around. And so I, you know, did isolate for a good 5 days before I went out. And, you know, just overall just haven't gotten around to shopping. So when I finally did go, I got a little bit carried away. Okay, well, anyway, I will continue on with my other video in a few moments, but in the meantime, I will probably spread them apart by a day on YouTube. And if you like my videos, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means to me. And be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And until next time, bye-bye.
Bonus here, AJ.
Yeah.
You guys see the CO2 to this coast.
Just